media audit. Hey everyone, I am here today to talk to you about a super incredible, amazing tool that you can use for your social media to really keep track of your progress over time that I am pretty sure most of you aren't using. This tool is so important for you to be using for your business, and the reason is that when you go into various social media platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, they don't show you your change over time. I realized this was first an issue when I was working with a client who, when we first started adding content to her social media pages, it was just getting incredible reach and incredible engagement, and everything just exploded. And then it kind of died down over time, and we were trying to figure out why. And when I went back in to try and pull up that data from a couple months ago to see and compare the engagement, I wasn't able to access it. This is a huge problem. Additionally, being able to see growth over time is really, really helpful to make sure that you are continuing to grow your pages, because that's what it's really about, is the relationships and the nurturing and the building of that audience. We're going to look at some graphics, and I'm going to show you the difference between what you get from the actual channels and what you're going to find if you're doing a regular audit. If you look here, this first one, we're looking at LinkedIn profile views over time. And as you can see, there's just been a very nice, steady progression month after month. This is the data from the audit. Now, if you look here, this is what LinkedIn tells me. And there's a few things to look at with this graph. First of all, yes, it goes over the past 90 days, and you can see there's steady growth with a little dip. But it doesn't show me you're getting in this other graph, which is that progression over time. This is pretty good because it does go for the last 90 days. If I want to dig deeper than 90 days, I can't. But another problem with this graph is that, as you can see, I checked it in the middle of the week, and it shows that my views have gone down for the recent week. A few days later, it was much higher. And you can see that almost makes it seem like your profile views are down if you check in the middle of the week, but if you check at the end of the week, they can go up. I don't know about you, but I feel like the LinkedIn version of this particular statistic just really isn't cutting it. The second graph, I'm going to show you the LinkedIn impressions on my posts over time. So you can see in the beginning that there was a peak that then dropped a little bit, and then it has started steadily increasing since then. And that is actually totally normal if you're starting a new campaign. For the third graph, we're looking at LinkedIn comments over time, and as with before, you see that there was a boost and then a drop and then a steady increase after. Okay, so next we're going to go over to some graphs from Twitter, because this does a really good job of showing you why the analytics that you get from individual platforms just really doesn't cut it as far as long-term analysis and understanding how your platforms are doing over time as opposed to doing a regular audit. So as you can see from this graph here, the impressions again were really high at the beginning, and then they dropped, and then there was steady increase over time. But suddenly in November, there was a big drop. And this could be for a variety of reasons. It could be that the US elections caused a drop. It could also be that I wasn't using as many hashtags in November as I was in previous months. We're going to experiment with adding more hashtags in to see if that has an effect on the impressions. Real quick, I just want to show you the difference here for Twitter, and this is what Twitter is telling me. And if you really look at those numbers and that graph, that does not tell me that my numbers were steadily increasing and then saw a sudden drop. So I am missing that knowledge if I'm just relying on Twitter's analytics as opposed to my audit. That's all for today. I hope that you now understand the value of this tool and that you're thinking about using it for your own business. I have a special template that I have created specifically for small and medium-sized businesses. It doesn't really track as much as some of the other templates that are out there that are designed for larger businesses. I have the link to the template for you to download for free. Don't ask for your email or anything. So have a great day. Bye.